balcony cabins seem like a dream upgrade, with sunlight, sea air, and just enough extra space to save your sanity with kids. But what no one tells you is that the same balcony promising family bliss comes with a buffet of parenting curveballs, including safety rules you cannot ignore, sleep-disrupting sunrises, and routines that threaten even the best-laid cruise plans. This guide cuts through the marketing to show what is actually worth it, what to watch for, and how real parents build a kid-safe reset zone at sea without losing their vacation to constant worry. So why does the family balcony upgrade feel so right, but demand so much more? Here is what you need to know before your next cruise. Natural light is the first thing families mention when talking about balcony cabins. Even on cloudy days at sea, the difference is obvious. Sunlight pours through the glass and makes the whole space feel less like a shoebox and more like a real room. For parents, that daylight is not just a nice view, it is a lifeline. It helps everyone keep track of time and chases away that disorienting sense of not knowing what day it is, making naps easier. More than 3/4 of families say the light from a balcony keeps their mood up and cabin fever down, especially on long sea days when the only thing between you and a meltdown is a bit of fresh air. The science backs it up. Young kids' bodies are wired to respond to natural light. Sunlight streaming in during the day helps set their internal clocks, making it easier for them to nap and sleep at night. Even quick morning balcony time, just 10 minutes, can help anchor a child's circadian rhythm, which is a fancy way of saying their brain knows when it is daytime and when it is time to wind down. Parents who have sailed both inside and balcony cabins often say the difference is literally night and day. One mum put it best: sea days used to feel endless, but with a balcony we could open the curtains and suddenly everyone was happier, even if we never stepped outside. Still, it is worth remembering that a balcony does not magically double your living space. The inside is still compact. The real upgrade is more about the vibe than the square footage. For families juggling nap schedules, moods, and the need for a reset, that daylight boost is one reason many parents keep coming back to balcony cabins, even with the extra rules and routines they bring. Balcony cabins promise fresh air and sunlight, but for families with kids, the real headline is safety. The number one rule, no exceptions, is that the balcony door stays locked at all times unless an adult is right there, fully focused. It sounds simple, but this single habit prevents the biggest risks. Cruise lines have learned the hard way. After a 2019 incident when a 1-year-old slipped through balcony rails on a major cruise line, ships started raising railings from 42 to 48 inches and testing new door alarm systems. Still, even the highest rail can't outsmart a determined toddler with a chair and a few seconds of distraction. Parents who have sailed with little ones know how quickly a quiet moment can turn into a near miss. One dad on camera recalls that he turned to grab a juice box and his 3-year-old was halfway up a patio chair reaching for the rail. His heart stopped. After that, they never left the door unlocked, not even for a minute. The fix is low-tech and fast. Most ships have a high manual lock, but for peace of mind, bring a portable latch or friction bar from home. No tools are needed, just clip it to the sliding door track. Test it on day 1. If you can't budge the door, neither can your toddler. Some families use a piece of tape as a visual reminder. Red means locked, green means open with an adult. Remove climbable furniture from the balcony and set a family rule. No toys, no snacks, no unsupervised time outside. A little vigilance goes a long way. With the door locked and a clear routine, parents can relax and enjoy the best parts of balcony life without the constant worry. Sunrise on a cruise ship is beautiful unless it happens right in your cabin at 5:30 in the morning. For families, that first golden light isn't always a blessing. Kids are built to wake up with the sun, and in a balcony cabin, even the tiniest crack in the curtains can flood the room with enough light to jumpstart a toddler's day before you've even opened your eyes. The science is clear. Young children's bodies react to low levels of light. Just 5 lux, about the glow of a nightlight, can delay bedtime and trigger early wake-ups. One parent calls it the toddler alarm clock. No snooze button, just instant energy as soon as dawn hits. The fix is part science, part survival. Portable blackout panels or heavy curtain clips can cut dawn's brightness from 500 lux down to less than 1 lux, about as dark as a closet. Some families pack travel blackout sheets that stick right to the glass. Others use magnetic strips or even painter's tape in a pinch. Add a white noise machine to mask balcony sounds, waves, wind, or the neighbor's 6 in the morning yoga routine, and you have a real shot at a full night's sleep. It's not about blocking out the world forever, just making sure morning starts on your schedule, not the sun's. Wet swimsuits and towels always seem to multiply on a cruise, especially with kids in and out of the pool. The balcony looks like the perfect fix, a built-in drying zone with a sea breeze. But that breeze can flip the script fast. More than a few parents have watched a favorite towel or swim shirt take flight, vanishing overboard in a single gust. Cruise lines know this too, which is why almost every major line bans hanging anything on the balcony rail. The reason is not just about looks. Wind-blown gear can end up on lifeboats or even block safety cameras. Most stewards handle it with a gentle warning, but some families have collected a whole stack of friendly reminder notes by the end of the week. Parent A still laughs about the time their son's superhero towel was last seen headed for the horizon. The lesson? If you are going to dry things outside, skip the rail and set up a small foldable rack in the balcony's most sheltered corner. Clip or tie down anything light, and double check before you leave the cabin. This simple switch keeps your cabin dry, your stuff safe, and your steward off your back. Plus, you avoid the awkward walk of shame to the lost and found desk. Controlled drying is the way to go, a little planning, and the only thing flying off your balcony will be a story to tell at dinner. Humidity sneaks up fast in a balcony cabin, especially on warm weather cruises. Open that door for a few minutes and the cool air you paid for rushes out, replaced by a wave of sticky heat. Add kids running in and out, and suddenly the air conditioning is losing a battle it can't win. Parents who track the cabin thermostat say the temperature can rise 5 degrees in under half an hour if the balcony stays open. The fix is simple. Treat balcony access like screen time, set a window, and stick to it. Parent A sets a phone alarm for a 20-minute late afternoon slot, when everyone can air out towels, get some fresh air, and then close up before dinner. It's a routine that keeps the cabin comfortable and the kids in the habit of asking before they bolt outside. Humidity is not the only thing that piles up. Without a system, the balcony turns into a drop zone for wet swimsuits, pool noodles, and snack wrappers. That is why families swear by a nightly 5-minute reset. Before bedtime, everyone helps clear the balcony, fold up the drying rack, and stow stray gear under the bed or in a corner. The routine is quick, but it makes a difference. No more tripping over soggy towels at sunrise. When the balcony is treated as a shared space, not a storage closet, it stays safe, comfortable, and actually relaxing. A little structure plus a phone alarm turns daily chaos into a habit that works for everyone. Balcony upgrades can run anywhere from $200 to $800 extra per person, so it is worth pausing to ask, when does the splurge actually pay off? Start with how your family uses the cabin. If you have a toddler who needs real naps or parents who crave daylight and a reset space, that balcony can be a game changer. But if your kids are old enough for the kids club and you are barely in the room, the premium may not add much value. One family saved $800 by skipping the balcony, and spent it on shore excursions instead. If you are on a tight budget or constant supervision feels exhausting, an inside or ocean view cabin might be the smarter move. For families who spend lots of time in the cabin, especially on sea days, the extra light and air can make everyone's mood better. If you are rarely in the room or the upgrade blows the budget, it is okay to pass. The best choice is the one that fits your family's rhythm, not just the marketing promise. Cruise ships are already rolling out new features aimed at families with kids. The next wave of balcony cabins promises smart locks that alert your phone if the door opens, and some brands are testing fully enclosed balconies with floor-to-ceiling glass, so you get the view and fresh air, minus the stress. Family suites on upcoming ships are adding bigger outdoor spaces that are easier to childproof. As ship designs evolve, families can look forward to safer, more relaxing balcony time that is built for real life at sea. Today, cruise lines still market balcony cabins as family upgrades, but safety and sanity hinge on your own routines, not glossy promises. Every family's rhythm is different, and that's what matters. Ready to share your setup? Drop your cruise line, ship, cabin type, and kids' ages in the comments for tailored tips.